for me was the education of me understanding who I was. What was my purpose on this earth? What was I born for? Was I born for just the girl who was going to pick mangoes and sell them on the train, who was going to just walk around saying, poor me, poor me? And then I went on the journey of self-discovery, understanding educationally who I be in the world. And though it sounds grammatically incorrect, I say it for emphasis, who I be. You know, we need to find out who we are. Why are we here? And then I went on finding out that. And that was the education that turned my life, finding my passion and my purpose, and start my purpose walking into the walk that was going to shift my situation. And for me, if I were to choose between the two educations, the latter is more important, because when you know who you are in the world, you can achieve anything. And that is the most valuable education that I got on this journey.
Fantastic. I really loved, the spirit with which, you change your life from what I heard, which is quite shocking for me to know, after broken marriage, after, having those emotional, upheavals which were never expected from family members to come to you, but you never gave up that thought, and you chose a life that you want to really make a difference to yourself. And the heroic journey does not end there. There are many people who are just self-contained among themselves that, okay, today I have changed my life, I've become successful, and I won't, look back. But no, you are the one person, who has also decided to, help people change their lives. Like lots and lots of, testimonials I have read on your website, which have informed me that there are so many clients of yourself, who have faced difficulties in various aspects of their life, but you have shared your knowledge as a coach, to change up their life. So at what stage did you decide that you are not going to limit this success to your own self, but you are going to share this with the world?
And you know what? I think it was 2014 when I was featured in the Financial Times. I had a book out. I have a book out, by the way. You can get it on Amazon. Mm-hmm. It's called Bamboo and Fern. And when Bamboo and Fern came out, I had schools requesting for me to come and speak. I had, women's institutions asking for me to come and speak. And then I realized that I was doing something that a lot of people were too afraid to do. I was bold and audacious and unapologetic about taking off the mask and the taboo of certain subjects like incest and rape and domestic violence. And when I started doing that, Harry, something shifted in a lot of people. A lot of people who were in the dark, who had no voices, started saying, thank you so much, Ava. Thank you for being my voice. And it was that moment that helped me to walk into purpose, that helped me to realize that the mangoes I sold on the train was making me bold. So I could stand up for these people who were injured, but they were not strong enough. They were bruised, but not broken. And so they needed a voice. And it was from that point, 2014, that I started this journey. And today I can say I've helped thousands. I mean, I spoke last year in Poland in front of over 15,000 people.
Wow.
People were in tears, crying. You probably see it on my website, where people were, just crying because they're saying, thank you for being open. Thank you for doing something we were not brave enough to do. And it was that moment that I started that purpose walk. And today it is something that I really want to do for the rest of my life.
Great. We'll be touching the purpose walk as well. And here I just want to remind my listeners that we are right now talking with our guest, Dr. Eva Eagle Brown, and you can also visit her website www.evaeaglebrown.com and get to know more about the kind of things that she has done for herself and the kind of things that people are seeking her assistance from her in bringing out change in the field of personal development or in the field of business. And she is also organizing an upcoming event in the month of May, which is called Purpose Walk, and we'll be talking about it very shortly. But before that, I want to explore more things from our guests, since it's an opportunity for all of us who are listening that we are going to learn lots of things from a person who has really become like a hero in her life. It's a heroic journey which we have come to know from our guest Dr. Eva today. I want to know a little bit more about this mango story. What is this mango story? Even in fact, you have also written a book about it. Tell us a little bit. What is this mango story? Selling these mangoes on train. You just now mentioned.
Harry, you know mangoes, right?
Yep.
I love mangoes like I do. So basically, in Jamaica, life was challenging. I mean, Jamaica at the time when I was growing up was a poor country. I mean, things are a lot different now. And so we didn't have a lot of food and stuff to eat. And so I used to go and pick mangoes and sell them on the train rather than going to school. And the reality is that it was what I did. I started learning to sell from a tender age of about 10 years old. And so when I train my clients today on sales training, when I go into companies and do sales training, I tell them I've been selling. Selling has been in my genes. So the Mango Girl, which is the upcoming feature film, I don't know if you realize it's becoming a feature film about my life. So
wow.
Mango Girl, it's been written into a script, a play, a script, and we are now in the process of working on the movie. I've just come back from Jamaica where I took 2 Hollywood part of the team, the Hollywood guys, to Jamaica, and we went location scouting.
Fantastic.
And so we are fine-tuning the script, and the Mango Girl will become a feature film sometime in the near future. So it's really because I sold mangoes on the train. And so when we were looking for the name to call the movie, somebody said, why not call it The Mango Girl? And that's what the story is about. It's a story about my life in a nutshell.
Well, if I go by the content of your life story, and if I go by the title, and since you have already mentioned about that, it's going to become a feature film from Hollywood, what comes to me is that there's no doubt in my mind that if the director really sticks to the script, an Oscar is just right on the way.
Well, Harry, you are a guy after my own heart. Do you know what? Do you believe in visualization?
I do, and I have already visualized it.
So check this out. Okay, this is gonna freak you out, right? I talk to Oprah in my car almost every week. I literally have a conversation with Oprah. Me and Oprah alone in my car, visualization. In January, just before we flew out to Jamaica, Oprah Winfrey's team tweeted on Twitter. There are only 5 copies of The Mango Girl in circulation at the moment.
Wow.
And 3 of them with Oprah Winfrey's team. And I nearly freaked out because she